So a little quick something I'm going to get off my chest. Well, two things. One, I apologize for the weird upload schedule I've had going for like the last couple of weeks. It's just once I'm home from work, I do some recordings. Then, next thing I know, it's like 10 p.m. and I'm like, all right, well, I got to get my stuff ready for tomorrow. So I do all that. I have a little bit of a drink before I go to sleep to kind of just help me calm down, relax, etc. And by the time I'm just like, yeah, I don't feel like uploading. So I promise that will change come Monday. I will start uploading more consistently, and Monday through Friday, those are the days that I upload. So Monday morning and then Friday morning, those are my upload days, or in between that time frame. Second thing is Resident Evil 7. I watched both Alpha Omega Sin and Halloween 4545's playthroughs of the demo. I would actually say if you just want the specific, just from start to finish, a little quick, 10-minute playthrough, watch Halloween's. But if you're patient and you can sit through a 40-minute video, check out Alpha Omega Sins. They both did a good job. I felt like Alpha Omega Sin kind of beat around the bush a little too much. But, I mean, it didn't bother me. It didn't piss me off. It didn't annoy me or anything like that. Because if I was like, all right, well, let me see where this goes, I'd just skip a little bit. So it's not a big deal at all to me. I don't know why people were complaining about that. But speaking of complaining, a lot of people are kind of pissed off about the demo of Resident Evil 7. Me, I was fucking thrilled. And you know what else I did? I read into what the producers and creators said. Oh, I know, right? Just fucking mind-boggling idea. So what they said was that this is meant to capture more of the atmospheric image of what the next Resident Evil game is going to be like. This is not how the game is going to play out. It's not going to be like Outlast or Amnesia or anything like that, but people jump the gun. They're like, ooh, this isn't the Resident Evil I grew up with. Okay, with Resident Evil 6, I got why people hated it. I didn't fault people for disliking the game. Hell, I even, to a large degree, disliked it. So, I get it. I totally get it. But I've disliked the direction Resident Evil has been going since 4. I liked 4, don't get me wrong. 4 was a great game. It just wasn't a good Resident Evil game. Same with 5. It's a good game, just not a good Resident Evil game. In fact, it's probably the worst, in my opinion, because at least 6 had, with Leon's campaign, at least it had some kind of thing going for it where it felt horror-ish for the first 2 sections. And then you play, Ada's and Eminem. I mean, what the fuck is that dude? I've called him Eminem for so long that I don't even remember his name. I know his last name's Mueller. I thought it was Miller, but it's Mueller. Why would you give him the last name Mueller? But anyways, I digress. But yeah, I mean, Chris's scenario got hit hardest because it was like Call of Duty with zombies or mutagens or whatever the hell you want to call it. But I don't understand why people got so pissy. Well, I do and I don't. I don't because if they had done their fucking research, they would have known that that the demo was not what the game was going to be like at all. It was just a preview of what the game's atmosphere was going to be like. It was basically almost like an alpha build of the game itself. You're going to have weapons. You're going to have herbs. There's going to be zombies. I was scared that it was going to... funny. I was scared that it was going to be like paranormal type shit. Thankfully, that does not seem to be the case. It's going to still be, some kind of biohazard gone wrong, at least from what I've read. But I felt like people just jumped the gun a little too damn quick with this game. They're just like, this isn't what we want. This isn't the Resident Evil I grew up with. Even though those same exact people have been complaining that Resident Evil just wasn't survival horror anymore. Yet there are some of us, like me and others, that are, perfectly okay. They're like, hey, yeah, by all means, this is what we wanted. We said we wanted it to be scary again. Here we are. It doesn't have to be the third-person tank controls with the fixed camera angles. It doesn't have to be that. I want the series to grow. I don't necessarily need it to go back to a fucking 5 steps back to what it was back in, 1999, and then go from there. And hell, they're going to include I believe it's a demo for the Resident Evil 2 remake if you pre-order this. I don't know, pre-order, but get what you can take, I guess. If you want to pre-order it, have at it. If not, I won't fault you for it. So, for those of you that are complaining, just do a little bit of research. I'm not going to call you stupid or ignorant or anything like that. I'm just going to call you lazy. Just I'll even link some damn articles down below for you guys to check out so you don't even have to do the damn work. You just got to do a little bit of reading. It's as simple as that. I know it's really minuscule when you consider some of the other things that have been going on lately with a lot of the shootings and the shit like that. That stuff's a little bit more important to be angry about, but this is, it's kind of abstract to get pissy over this. Especially when Resident Evil's just been at a really downward spiral since, like, 4, you could say, all right, like, take like WWE, for example. The Attitude Era was like when wrestling was at its peak. That was when Resident Evil 4 was around for the Resident Evil franchise. And then after that, you get to Ruthless Aggression, Resident Evil 5, and then you get to the PG era, Resident Evil 6. What I'm comparing is the trends in terms of the products you were getting. 4 was when it was at its peak, and then everything after that was just downhill. Now, admittedly, Revelations was good, and I've heard a lot of good things about Revelations 2. What else came out that was Resident Evil related? Besides, like, the umpteen million re-releases or remasters or whatever the fuck they're calling it these days of Resident Evil 4. And then the remastering Resident Evil 5. Which is not a game that deserves to be remastered, but hey, whatever. I guess, if people on Xbox One and PS4 have been asking for it, hey, more power to you. Same thing with the Skyrim thing. I don't think a remaster of that was necessary, but I get it. I understand why they're doing it. I don't think it was necessary, but I get it. I don't have to agree with something to understand it, and vice versa. So, well, actually, you do need to understand something in order to agree with it. Otherwise, you're agreeing with it for reasons that aren't true. But I digress again. So, the whole point I'm trying to get is just read a little bit more into it before you just jump the gun and say, oh, this isn't what I wanted. Chances are it's going to be exactly what you wanted. And then there are other people that complain that, oh, it's first person. Yeah, and so what? I don't necessarily need the tank controls with the third person camera view. I don't need it. I even like the over-the-shoulder view that 4 introduced. I was fine with that. I'm fine with the first-person thing. I will wait till the game comes out to really give my final judgment or wait for some gameplay videos of it to come out, because I'm pretty sure they're going to get some videos out of testing out or of showing or showcasing what the final product is going to look like, because they want this game to sell. And, you've got Dead Rising 4 coming out. What else is Capcom going out? There was a third thing they have coming out that I was like, oh shit, man, like Capcom's just suddenly getting it. It's like, what the hell's going on over there? And not even because, like, they looked at Konami and said, all right, we're not doing that. It's more like, yeah, let's just, give the fans what they want because our sales are sucking right now. Lo and behold, when you listen to the fans, chances are your sales are going to, go up. When you think about how they re-released the Resident Evil remake for PC, Xbox 360, and all the other systems that are current, that game sold like fucking hotcakes. They made some moolah off of that game. Same with the Resident Evil 0 re-release. They made some money off that. They're going to remake Resident Evil 2. It's not just a remaster. It's a complete and utter full-blown redo. Excuse me. I'm hoping we have, Leon Claire, Sherry, and then all that stuff. I hope the story's the same. They just kind of add more to it, kind of, rework it a little bit. But please, no co-op. Now, if you have like an extra mode where it's like a battle mode and it's like, two players pick a character, two players pick a character each and they go around blast a bunch of zombies, hey, I'm fine with that. Or if you have, unlimited ammo at the end or whatever, that's fine, because Resident Evil 2 had that, Hell Director's Cut had it. It's been in there since the beginning. So that being said, folks, what do you guys think of the Resident Evil 7 demo? Have you played it? Have you seen it? Have you actually done your research on it to have a more elaborate and direct opinion? Leave a comment below. Not still alive for Jeremy Johns, but actually a lot of people say so, yeah. Leave a comment down below, let me know. So, anyway, folks, have a good weekend, have a safe weekend, and I shall see you all for whatever video I upload next.